Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
Moving swiftly. Fast-flying planes. An instance of traveling by air. Flying was still an exciting adventure for him. Hurried and brief. Paid a flying visit. Moving swiftly. Fast-flying planes. An instance of traveling by air. A stairway, set of steps, between one floor or landing and the next. Decorate with feathers. The path followed by an object moving through space. The act of escaping physically. His flight was an indication of his guilt. A flock of flying birds. A formation of aircraft in flight. An Air Force unit smaller than a squadron. A scheduled trip by plane between designated airports. I took the noon flight to Chicago. Fly in a flock. Flighting wild geese. Passing above and beyond ordinary bounds. A flight of fancy. Shoot a bird in flight. Unwavering in devotion to friend or vow or cause. Fast friends. Firmly or closely. Held fast to the rope. Securely fixed in place. Hurried and brief. A fast visit. Abstaining from food. Unrestrained by convention or morality. Fast women. Abstain from certain foods, as for religious or medical reasons. Catholics sometimes fast during Lent. Abstain from eating. Before the medical exam, you must fast. Acting or moving or capable of acting or moving quickly. Fast film. At a rapid tempo. The band played a fast foxtrot. Of a photographic lens or emulsion, causing a shortening of exposure time. A fast lens. Of surfaces, conducive to rapid speeds. A fast road. Resistant to destruction or fading. Fast colors. Used of timepieces, indicating a time ahead of or later than the correct time. My watch is fast. Apprehending and responding with speed and sensitivity. A quick mind. Accomplished rapidly and without delay. Was quick to make friends. Easily aroused or excited. A quick temper. Performed with little or no delay. Was quick to respond. Moving quickly and lightly. Quick of foot. With little or no delay. Come here, quick. Hurried and brief. A quick inspection. Any area of the body that is highly sensitive to pain, as the flesh underneath the skin or a fingernail or toenail. Arousing or capable of arousing deep emotion. She laid her case of destitution before him in a very moving letter. In motion. A constantly moving crowd. Used of a series of photographs presented so as to create the illusion of motion. Her ambition was to be in moving pictures or the movies. Moving rapidly or performed quickly or in great haste. A hurried trip to the store. Travel via aircraft. The art of operating aircraft. The aggregation of a country's military aircraft. The operation of aircraft to provide transportation. Exposed to fresh air. The mass of air surrounding the Earth. It was exposed to the air. Travel via aircraft. Air travel involves too much waiting in airports. Exposed to cool or cold air so as to cool or freshen. Air the old winter clothes. A slight wind, usually refreshing. As he waited, he could feel the air on his neck. A succession of notes forming a distinctive sequence. She was humming an air from Beethoven. A distinctive but intangible quality surrounding a person or thing. An air of mystery. Broadcast over the airwaves, as in radio or television. We cannot air this X-rated song. Make public. She aired her opinions on welfare. Medium for radio and television broadcasting. The program was on the air from 9 till midnight. A mixture of gases, especially oxygen, required for breathing, the stuff that the wind consists of. Air pollution. Be broadcast. This show will air Saturdays at 2 p.m. Exposed to warm or heated air, so as to dry. Once thought to be one of 4 elements composing the universe, Empedocles. The region above the ground. Her hand stopped in mid-air. Travel via aircraft. Air travel involves too much waiting in airports. Using only instruments for flying an aircraft because you cannot see through clouds or mists, etc. Using only instruments for flying an aircraft because you cannot see through clouds or mists, etc. A flight at a low altitude, usually of military aircraft, over spectators on the ground. A flight at a low altitude, usually of military aircraft, over spectators on the ground. Bridge formed by the upper level of a crossing of 2 highways at different levels. A flight at a low altitude, usually of military aircraft, over spectators on the ground. The activity of flying a glider. The act of moving smoothly along a surface while remaining in contact with it. A vowel-like sound that serves as a consonant. Cause to move or pass silently, smoothly, or imperceptibly. Fly in or as if in a glider plane. Move smoothly and effortlessly. The activity of flying a glider. Flight at very low altitudes. The first flight of its kind. The stealth bomber made its maiden flight in 1989. A flight by an aircraft over a particular area, especially over an area in foreign territory. Move past. A black limousine passed by when she looked out the window. Eliminate from the body. Grant authorization or clearance for. A usually brief attempt. Success in satisfying a test or requirement. His future depended on his passing that test. Come to pass. Of advancing the ball by throwing it. A team with a good passing attack. Pass from physical life and lose all bodily attributes and functions necessary to sustain life. A document indicating permission to do something without restrictions. The media representatives had special passes. Cuz to pass. She passed around the plates. Be superior or better than some standard. Transmit information. Pass along the good news. Go unchallenged. Be approved. Pass over, across, or through. Place into the hands or custody of. Sports. The act of throwing the ball to another member of your team. The pass was fumbled. Pass into a specified state or condition. Make laws, bills, etc. or bring into effect by legislation. They passed the amendment. A difficult juncture. A pretty pass. Stretch out over a distance, space, time, or scope. Run or extend between 2 points or beyond a certain point. A permit to enter or leave a military installation. He had to show his pass in order to get out. Pass by. A bad or difficult situation or state of affairs. Travel past. The sports car passed all the trucks. Disappear gradually. The pain eventually passed off. American football. A play that involves one player throwing the ball to a teammate. The coach sent in a passing play on 3rd and long. Baseball. An advance to first base by a batter who receives 4 balls. The location in a range of mountains of a geological formation that is lower than the surrounding peaks. We got through the pass before it started to snow. An automatic advance to the next round in a tournament without playing an opponent. Go successfully through a test or a selection process. She passed the New Jersey bar exam and can practice law now. Be inherited by. Use up a period of time in a specific way. Any authorization to pass or go somewhere. The pass to visit had a strict time limit. Accept or judge as acceptable. The teacher passed the student although he was weak. A complimentary ticket. The star got passes for his family. A flight or run by an aircraft over a target. The plane turned to make a second pass. Allow to go without comment or censure. The insult passed as if unnoticed. Go across or through. We passed the point where the police car had parked. Military, a written leave of absence. He had a pass for 3 days. One complete cycle of operations, as by a computer. It was not possible to complete the computation in a single pass. Throw, a ball, to another player. Smith passed. Transfer to another, of rights or property. Our house passed under his official control. The activity of flying a glider. The work of a sailor. Riding in a sailboat. The departure of a vessel from a port. The activity of flying a glider. The activity of flying a glider. Of imposing height, especially standing out above others. The soaring spires of the cathedral. Ascending to a level markedly higher than the usual. Soaring prices. Without anybody else or anything else. He flew solo. A flight in which the aircraft pilot is unaccompanied. A musical composition for one voice or instrument, with or without accompaniment. Any activity that is performed alone without assistance. Composed or performed by a single voice or instrument. A passage for solo clarinet. Fly alone, without a co-pilot or passengers. Perform a piece written for a single instrument. A military action in which besieged troops burst forth from their position. Military, an operational flight by a single aircraft, as in a military operation. The performance of stunts while in flight in an aircraft. The performance of stunts while in flight in an aircraft. Flight at very low altitudes. The gymnastic moves of an acrobat. The performance of stunts while in flight in an aircraft. The performance of stunts while in flight in an aircraft.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.